Hello everybody, Todd here, all things archery and shooting, and I got a product review for you today. This one's going to be on a new Bear quiver. This is the Bear Kodiak Quiver. It just came out from Bear Archery. I just got my hands on one. I've checked around and I can't find my local archery shop, but I did get this one from the Bear Pro Shop in Gainesville, Florida. I also checked Three Rivers and I didn't see it listed there yet. It did say coming soon, so it might not be there yet, or it might be there by the time you see this video. Also, Lancaster Archery, I saw the same thing. It said coming soon, so it may be there already by the time you see this video, or it may not be. But you can get it from Bear Archery's Pro Shop in Gainesville. Give my buddy Jared a call, and he'll hook you up with one. Like I said, it's a brand new quiver from Bear. What makes this quiver unique is it's kind of at a good price point for most everybody. Like, you know, your Selway quivers and your Thunderhorn quivers, your other nice traditional quivers, they run from $130 to $160 roughly. Okay. And if it's got the Bear name on it, it's going to be even more money. This quiver comes in right at a price point around $99, which is really nice. And it's also designed to fit any size bow, whether it be a long bow, recurve, it doesn't really matter. Stick bow, they don't care. It's designed to fit all types of traditional bows. This one is the 4-arrow quiver. I do not know if they have a 6-arrow quiver yet or not. I haven't seen one, but if they do, I'll update this channel accordingly. But this is the 4-arrow quiver. I personally prefer a 4-arrow quiver over a 6-arrow. I don't need that many arrows in the woods. It's extra weight I need to carry around. Not unless I'm on a long, like elk hunt or something of that nature, I need that many arrows. Normally, 4 arrows is all you need, because you should only need 1 arrow when you shoot a deer, okay? But 4 makes it nice. It doesn't overweight the bow. Doesn't throw your shooting off from being heavy on one side. So we're going to get this thing opened up. We're going to look it over real quick, see how it goes together, and then we're going to go ahead and mount it on the Bear Cheyenne bow, okay? See how easy it is to mount. All right, let's get it opened up first and check it out. All right, it comes in this blister pack here. You just have to pop all these staples out. And there's your quiver. Comes a little, here's the quiver. Bottom part, top part. It comes with little instructions on the back. Nothing else in the back. Okay. Here's your instruction book on it. So look over that real quick. All right. Let's get this thing assembled, see how it works. But first you got to put the top part in, so I guess you got to take this out. Okay. Alright, good. Well, it's got some tape in here. You see that tape in there? So you can pull that tape out. It's 3M double sticky tape. When you slide this back in, it'll pull that into place. I don't think I'm going to do that right now, because I said this is just a loaner of mine. He gave me to do a review on it, so I'm not sure if I can keep this or not, but if I can, I'll take that tape out. But anyway, we'll leave it on there for right now. We have to install this piece here. This is the top part of the quiver. It's got a unique connection. If you look here, it's got a unique connection. You got these spring clips on the side of it here. That's how you put it. You take it apart. I'm not sure I'm gonna like that or not. Wow. All right, we'll figure it out in a minute. It's probably gonna be a little bit extra work. So we got to pull this here out. Okay. It's got an Allen key to it. I don't see any lock washer, which is a shame. It should have a lock washer. Lock it in there, because this thing is going to loosen up, I guarantee it. So, okay. All right, you just got to snap it in there. It does fit pretty tight, though. All right. Now the tricky part, getting this little screw in that little hole right there. Getting this screw in that little hole there. All right, it goes like that. Wasn't that bad. Got it right in there real quick. Let's go ahead and tighten this up now. Alright, now here we go. Now what's cool about this, the only thing I don't like about this, I can see what I don't like about it right now, right away. There's no, you really can't, there you go. It's got like a little plastic, like a little click thing in there when you adjust the size of your hood. I'm not sure how that's going to hold up, but we'll find out though. Seems to be pretty sturdy though. Makes a distinct positive click to it. Alright, let's get this apart now. This is the tricky part. Yeah, there you go. Slide it off. That comes in 2 pieces like that. Okay. Now this one here, it's got a little adjustment arm on it, so you can adjust it any way you want onto the bow. So we're going to play with that a little bit too. All right. So then you pop this off. There's that clip. And there's the foam and the Allen key. Okay. Now when you pop these, you got to pull these clips at the same time and push with your hand to release. And it's kind of a little work to make that work. But once you get it going, it's not so bad. But getting it started is the hard part. Yeah, you think they'd come up with a better way of doing that? There we go. Ow. Almost need a third hand to do this. Be careful because it will smack your hand if you ain't careful. Okay, you do it like that. Now, that's done. Now what I'm going to do, instead of trying to fight this thing, I'm going to put one click in. I'm going to slide one click into it to the first click mark, okay? And slide my bow in there and then push it together and see how it works, okay? Here's the Bear Cheyenne, okay? I did a review on this bow about a week or so ago. It's a great bow. I'm beginning to like this bow more and more the more I shoot it. Only thing I wish it was a more 50-pound bow instead of 45, but it does shoot really well, and I really like this bow a lot. So, all right, let's go ahead and get the string. You gotta take your string off first, okay? Now you got your bow. Now you gotta look at your bottom. I always put the bottom one on first. So you want to do it either this way or you want to do it this way. I do mine up top, so we slide it on here. It's got to be opposite of your grip. So if your grip is on the right-hand side, you want this like this on the left-hand side, okay? So slide it over. This slides into here like this. And slide it up to where you want to put it at. And this is where see the rubber starts getting there really tight, but you need to be past your fade out. So be sure you're quite a ways past your fade out. And then you want to clamp that down tight. Okay, I'm going to take my knife, try to lever that down best I can. There we go. There, now it's locked in, okay? It's not going anywhere. All right. Okay. Now you can adjust this all different kind of angles you want it at. All right. Now we're going to do the same with the top. Take the top, slide it over it like this. Again, you want to bring it past your fade out. When I say your fade out, so you know your fade outs are right here where your bow limbs come together at. You need to be past that because from here forward is your working part of your limb. So it means from here forward is the working part of the limb. These are your fade out. You want to be somewhere in this area here. Otherwise, it'll affect the way your bow shoots. Okay, so the same thing with this. You got to slide it all the way down. You got to be sure you're past those fade outs. All right. There we go. I'm past the fade outs now. And I just got to... These things are really hard to snap in place. Alright, it takes a lot of effort, but you get it snapped in, it ain't going nowhere. Okay? As you can see, this is in the wrong spot, so you need to spin this around. Alright? You could tighten up the Allen key right there on that, which is right here listed on it. So what I would do is I loosen this one up first. Okay? And you slide this out of the way. See the Allen key right there? You tighten up with that, okay? Actually, that's not an Allen key, that's it's a nut, recessed nut, so. There we go. Now bring this over here like this. Tighten this down. I'm not sure if I like that nut or not, because I mean the problem with that nut there, that's going to get loose in that plastic. This is only a little plastic arm here. It's got a little nut right there. I would wish that had been an Allen key to get it much tighter, because that's still not very tight. Let's see how it performs with the when we do the when we shoot it. Okay, we're gonna put some arrows to it and shoot it. So I tighten it up here. It's funny, it's got an Allen nut adjustment here, and one here, so you can adjust it different ways here as well too. That's not Allen, that's a screw head. I can see already a problem with this. You're going to need three different. You're going to need an Allen key, and you need a screwdriver, you want to tighten that up. I think they make them all Allen keys. I don't know why they did that. So anyway, so make sure we're tight here. Okay, make sure you're tight inside your hood. Okay, there you go. All right, go ahead and slide this back in. Now what up? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and let's look at this foam real quick. I realize how important the foam is on these quivers, and most of them, your cheaper quivers, have this kind of foam. Your more expensive, your Selways and your like your Thunderhorns are going to be a little better, thicker, more denser foam. That's one reason I guess they cut some of the corners here to get a little more price conscious bow quiver. But these are basically, it's little quivers, it's little pieces of foam that are like glued together, and I've used these before and they don't last very long. So I'm sure I can probably get a Selway quiver and put in there if it runs out. Also I want to show you I drilled some holes in this. Okay, as you can see here, I drilled these holes that are kind of off center. Once you take your drill, you put your drill in there and just drill like this. And you want to drill these off center, okay? The reason being you want to drill these off center is because you put your arrows in, that way they're gonna you won't bang your feathers together, okay? Alright, let's go ahead and put that in there and get some arrows in this thing. Then we'll take it outside and shoot it, alright? Okay, take this here, slide it in here. I'm not going to pull that tape out. This should stay there without pulling that tape out. It's really hard to get out of here. Let's go ahead and pop some arrows. I got these arrows here. We'll still pop these arrows in and slide them into the pre-drill holes I made. I pre-drill my holes because, oh wait a minute, I just noticed that. The quiver, usually you got to buy separate grippers. This gripper is a dual function gripper. Check it out. You can use microcarbons or you can use regular size arrows. It takes both. That's kind of nice. I didn't see that before. Okay, cool. I'm telling you, I'm not going to like this here. I could get that tight, and I cannot seem to get that tight no matter what I do. It just won't tighten up. It just spins. So I don't know if there's a place in here I can tighten this up at or what. But anyway, got to be a way to tighten that up, I would think, because it has a nut there. I don't see any way to tighten that up. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get these arrows in here. I'm really beginning to like this this Cheyenne bow. It's a pretty nice bow actually. I mean, I'm beginning to like it a lot. And if you notice that I put my arrows in here, they will actually keep my feathers from rubbing against each other, which will be good in the long run. That way you're not ruining your feathers while you're shooting your bow. And you should always practice your bow with your hunting or your arrows on it. That's how you're going to hunt with it, okay? But as you can see, with the arrows alternated like that, it keeps the feathers from touching each other, okay? All right, let's head outside now. We'll shoot this thing a few times to see how it holds up, see if it makes any noise when we're shooting, and come back and finish up this video. Okay, let's shoot this bow a few times with this quiver on, see if it makes any noise and how it holds up, and make sure the arrows start. It's not making. I can rake it now. It's not making any noise. Let's put some arrows down range, see how it shoots. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right, here we go. Sorry about that, got too close. All right, I've been shooting this now probably about 30 minutes or so. I don't know, maybe 200 shots out of it. The quiver hasn't moved from its position. It's still solid. Only thing it did is the foam started walking out on the quiver. So I took the tape and taped it in there, and it's still kind of walking out a little bit with the tape, so probably needs more tape up top. There's none up top. The sides don't seem to hold it real well, so I'll probably put a piece of tape in the top and hope that holds it in better. But it didn't move. Doesn't seem to be very loud. Okay. I was concerned about this gripper moving on me because it's kind of loose, but it didn't move at all. It stayed right where it's supposed to be at. Like I said, after what, 150, 200 shots over 30 minutes of shooting, quiver hasn't moved, so thumbs up on the quiver. Okay. All right. I just want to talk about final thoughts and on this quiver, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, whether I recommend it or not. I was out there shooting the bow with the quiver on it for probably 30, 45 minutes, probably close to 200, 150, 200 arrows, I'd guess. And it didn't rattle loose, didn't come loose anywhere. It held up real well. Even this gripper, which I was concerned about, held up really well. Remember, I couldn't tighten this up in here because there's no Allen key here to tighten it up with, which is right here. But I mean, it didn't move. It stayed locked in there, didn't go anywhere. These connectors here, which clip together, they really held it on tight. It didn't slide up and down the bow, which is nice. These clippers here. So, only issue I had with it was the cover. I didn't pull the tape off originally, and the foam started creeping its way out as I was shooting. So what it is, I pulled the foam back out, I pulled the tape, pushed it back in with the tape, and hoped that would hold it. It seemed to help a little bit, but it still started creeping its way out. So what you're probably going to do is put a piece of tape along the top here, okay? And inside, and push your foam, a piece of tape along the top here, and then push the foam to the inside so it tightens up in there, and that'll probably hold it better. Overall, I mean, for the quality of the quiver, I mean, it's a plastic quiver. You pay $99 for it. So do I think it's a good value? I mean, for someone's brand new to archery and just getting started, I think it's a grand quiver for that. I mean, of course, it's not on the same quality as the Selway quivers or the Thunderhorn quivers or any of those kind of quivers or the custom quivers out there. The biggest complaint I got about it is I don't like the foam. I wish they used a better foam. This foam always, every time you use this type of foam here, this layer type foam, after you put your broadheads in a few times, that foam gets so loose it doesn't even hold the broadheads anymore. But that's an easy thing to fix. You get a piece of foam anywhere and just pop in there. For $99, I said this quiver, it's a good value. I mean, like I said, your Selways can run $140, $150. Your Thunderhorn's about the same price. So for 2/3 the cost, you still get a good bow quiver. Mounts steadily on the bow, very strong. It's got a good solid mount on it. Doesn't move on you. Doesn't make any noise. The noise I heard here was actually not from the quiver. We talked earlier in the shooting. It's actually the string slap. So there's no silencers on the string. That's what that is. So, but yeah, overall, great little quiver. So they're $99 just retail. I'll put Jared's information at the Bear Pro Shop. If you want to get you one, he can ship one out to you. Give him a call, give him your credit card, whatever. He'll ship you one out. He's got a few there in the shop. Also, stay tuned in this channel because I'll be testing a new Bear Super Razor Head real soon. Bear's coming back out with their Super Razor Head. That head's probably taken more big game than any other head in history, maybe than I can think of. And they discontinued several years ago, but they're bringing it back out now. It's a new updated version. So basically, from what I understand, the little knowledge I know about it, which I haven't got one to test yet, but I'm waiting for one, is you can get 4 different weights out of one head. So it goes from 150 grains up to, I think, 200 grains. So that'll be kind of cool to get, and I'm looking forward to getting one of those tests. I'll be here on this channel really soon as they get us to look for it. All right, this has been Todd, All Things Archery and Shooting. Thank you for watching, and until next time, guys, ciao.